In this video, we will have a look how we can create these collectible coins and we will show that up in the UI. Okay, I will have a link in the description of these coins. You can go ahead and check them out. Okay, so without furthering delay, let's dive into this topic. Okay, so let's drag the coin. So I have over here, so I'm gonna go to prefab. I'm gonna drag this one. As you can see, let's drag it little bit up, and we need to rotate. As you can see, it seems weirdly. Okay, so let's rotate that. So let's go to select that coin and move over to transform, then rotation, and if we set it to something like minus 980, as you can see, indeed it's get flipped, and I guess it's upside down. So let's basically rotate this. So let's select this rotate tool right over here, and let's rotate in this, okay, in right direction. So I guess now it's fine, something like 90, I guess. Okay, so 90 in the x and minus 90 in the y. Okay, and now we have our coin, and let's set the position in the x, something like 0. So as you can see, now we have our coin. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we have to attach two components to this coin for collision detection. So one is the rigid body, okay, for adding up physics to this game object, and we will set the gravity to 0, something like that. And another component is collider. Okay, another component, we will add a collider to this coin. So let's do that. So let's select this. I'm gonna drag this coin top of my hierarchy so I can see all the time, and let's select this coin, go over to inspector, click on add component, and find over there rigid body. Okay, and attach that, and we're gonna set the mass to 0. Okay, and you can set this is kinematic to true instead of setting mass to 0, so it will not fall down due to our gravity. So let's do that. Say so let's click on this is kinematic, and we need to attach one more component to this coin, which is collider for collision detection. If this player game object collide with this coin, and that means this coin need to be collect. Okay, so let's add that up. So click select that coin, click on add component, and find over there collider. Okay, so attach any collider. So I'm gonna attach a perfect collider. Okay, mesh collider, I guess, or not mesh collider, sorry, I'm gonna remove that. Instead, as you can see, we have already mesh collider, so I'm gonna remove this collider. So right click and remove this collider. Instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attach another collider to this game object. So click on add component, and I'm gonna find capsule collider. Okay, capsule collider, I guess it's fine, but it's totally up to you which collider. I don't think it's fading, so I'm gonna remove that. So right click and remove component. Let's add another collider. So click on add collider, and let's find a perfect collider. So we have sphere collider, so wheel collider, and let's add up box collider instead. Now we guess it's fine, it's perfectly fitting, as you can see. Okay, so I think it's fine, and make sure you go to box collider and you check this one is triggered to true. Okay, make sure that. And if you have done all of these things, then go to overrides and click on apply all. So it will change in the prefab as well. So click on apply all, it will do in the prefab as well. So what we want to assign this coin, okay, this coin as a coin tag. How we can do that? So select the coin, go over to inspector, click on untag, and click on add tag, hit this plus icon and name it to something like coin, and click on save. And then go back to that game object one more time, go over to inspector and click on untag. Let's assign it this coin, okay, as we name it. Now we assign it this coin as a coin tag, and make sure go to overrides and click on apply all, so it will change in the prefab as well. Okay, now we assigned this coin as a coin tag, and we will use a function. It's called on trigger enter. Okay, and that function gets triggered if we trigger or collide with something. Okay, so let's open up our player script quickly. So let's double click that to open up in Visual Studio. Okay, so we have function right over here, as you can see, on trigger enter 2D. Okay, so this function right over here, if you haven't included yet this function, so type right like this. Okay, on trigger enter 2D, and you can ignore this one. Okay, and let's go let's do some code. Let's write some code right over here inside on trigger. So if we trigger with something, okay, this function gonna get call or gonna trigger. Okay, and we can extract info whatever we trigger it with by going to this other, like we can extract info the name of the game object we trigger it with, tag of the game object we trigger it with, anything we can. Okay, so let's firstly check that out. So check that out. Let's print out a console in the let's print out a message in the console. Okay, so we have to type debug then dot log. Okay, debug.log and make first bracket. So we're gonna go to this other, and so let's go to this other, and other, then dot, we're gonna access the game object, then dot tag. Okay, tag, and close that up with semicolon. Control S to save your code. Now let's move to Unity. So basically what we're doing there, so whatever we trigger it with, so we firstly we getting that game object whatever we trigger it with, and then accessing the tag of that game object. Okay, and we assigned that coin as a coin tag, so we should able to see coin just gonna pop up in the console. Okay, so control S to save your code. Now select this console in the bottom. Let's hit this play button. So we're gonna trigger with two things, firstly the ground, okay, and as well as with this coin, and we assigned this coin as a coin tag. Okay, and if we trigger, as you seen, coin just gets pop up. Sorry, it's a little bit weird. So as you seen over here, we can see coin just gets pop up in the console, says coin. Basically we trigger it with this coin, and we know we assigned this coin as a coin tag. So basically we going to this coin game object, and then going to this coin game object, or basically this pirate coin, then accessing the tag, and we definitely know we name it coin, so that's why coin gets pop up in the console, basically the tag name. Okay, so now I'm gonna unplay this. So once we collect this, okay, or trigger with this, I'm gonna destroy this coin game object right away, and we need to create a something like that to keep track of how many coins we collected so far. Okay, basically we need gonna make a variable. So let's clear the console, and let's open up the script one more time, and let's go to top of our class, and top of our class, let's make a public, okay, int. It will keep track of how many coin we have currently right now. Okay, so let's call it something like current coin, and by default I'm gonna set it to 0. Okay, so when we start the game we're gonna have 0 coins, so that's why by default we set it to 0, or you can leave it like this. It also means by default it will be 0. Okay, and now let's go to bottom, and over here we're just printing out message. So instead of printing out message, so let's remove that. Firstly we will check, okay, if other dot game object dot tag. So basically whatever we triggering with, we just accessing the tag of that game object, and we're gonna check if that tag is equals to coin. Okay, coin, and make some curly brackets. So basically what we doing right over here, so whatever we trigger it with, we do know this function gets gonna call when we trigger with something. Okay, and if we trigger with something that game object has tag, tag is equals to coin, and we definitely know we assigned that coin as a coin tag, and we definitely gonna trigger with that. As you can see, we checking right over here. So firstly, whatever we triggering with, we going to that game object, then accessing that tag, and we checking if that tag is equals to this coin, and we definitely know we're gonna trigger with that coin game object, and that coin game object has tag coin. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, firstly we will increase this current coin, okay, this current coin by 1 unit, and then we need to destroy that coin game object right away. So firstly we will increase current coin, so we're gonna go to current coin, and then we will add plus equal 1, okay, and close that off with semicolon. Or what else you can do, you can type something like this, plus plus, basically it's mean we just adding. So when we start the game, we're gonna have 0 coin, and once we trigger with that coin, so current coin which is 0, so 0 plus 1, you can say plus plus basically means adding 1, so 0 plus 1 which will be 1, okay. Or you can type like this, plus equals 1, okay. So 0 plus equals 1, so 0 plus 1 basically 1, okay. And after increasing our coin, we should destroy that coin game object right away, basically this pirate game object, sorry, pirate coin game object right away we need to destroy it, okay. So let's go to script one more time. So for destroying, we do know we have to use this destroy function, and this destroy function make brackets, okay, and it will take the game object you want to destroy. So we want to destroy this pirate coin game object, okay. So in order to destroy, so let's go to other, okay, other dot game object, and close that up with semicolon. So other dot game object right over here basically means whatever we trigger it with, okay. So we definitely gonna trigger with this coin. Firstly we checking, okay, if that game object has tag coin, so firstly, and we adding current coin by 1 unit, and then we destroying that game object. So basically whatever we trigger it with, we definitely gonna trigger with that pirate coin, okay. So this other dot game object basically over here means this pirate game object, whatever we trigger it with. So we trigger it with this pirate coin, so other that game object basically this referencing this pirate coin, okay. So I hope you get the idea. Now control S to save your code, and let's move to Unity. We should able to see once we collect this coin, okay, once we collect this coin, current coin will firstly gonna increase by 1, and after that this coin game object will destroy right away. So let's select this player, and as you can see current coin by default is 0. Now if we hit this play button, and once we trigger with this coin game object, this pirate coin, we should able to see this current coin will increase by 1, and after that this will be destroyed. As you seen, okay, if I pause this in the top, as you can see current coin becomes 1, and after that we just direct right away we destroyed that coin game object. But player not gonna able to see how many coin collected so far. So basically we need to show that in the UI, okay, how many coin we collected so far. So I'm gonna unplay this now, okay. And to show that up in the UI, we need to create canvas first, okay. So in order to create the canvas, we need to go to hierarchy, right click or hit this plus icon, then go to UI and select this canvas in the bottom, okay, and if to focus on it. And what we need to do, we need to is select this canvas, okay, and go over to inspector, scroll to the bottom side, says canvas scaler. Over there select scale with screen size, and you can choose in the X width and height. So we're gonna choose something like 1920 by 1080, okay, 1080. Now it's fine. So this is our canvas, and we need to place all of the UI elements right into this canvas, okay. Basically like name, image, or icon, anything like that, okay. So I'm gonna drag this canvas in top of my hierarchy so I can see it, okay, and right click on that canvas, then go to UI and then legacy in the bottom, and let's choose this text, okay. And this text, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna increase this text. So let's select this scale tool right over here, let's scale this up. So hold down all, so it will scale from the center. And let's go to inspector, scroll to the bottom, and let's increase the font size something like 100. Okay, 100. And we will choose font style to bold. Okay, bold. And let's choose alignment to both of this center. And I'm gonna change the color of this text something like white. So click on this color field, I'm gonna choose this one. And let's go to top of our this text element, and so click on, basically move over to rect transform, and click right over here and hold down all on your keyboard and select this top left one. Okay, and now if I try to I'm gonna resize this new text or this coin text. So I'm gonna make it something like this. And now if I try to scale down my screen, as you can see, indeed scale down or scale up, we can see this text, it's adjusting itself with the screen size. So and we chosen top left one, so that's why it's staying all the time top left side. Okay, and it's basically increasing or expanding with our screen size, basically adjusting itself. So that is the cool thing. So also what we're gonna do, we're gonna set a new text to something like 0. Okay, and once we collect this coin, we're gonna increase this text, okay, by 1. So we have to 1, then 2. So basically we need a reference of this text, so we can directly link up to how many coin we collected so far. Okay, and I'm gonna choose alignment to something this one, all the way to the left. And let's drag it something little bit away. Okay, little bit to able to see. Okay, it seems, let's choose another color. So I'm gonna go to color fill, let's do something like yellow or black. Okay, so black seems pretty quite good. And once we done, let's rename this text to something like coin text. So let's rename this to coin text. Okay, coin text. And now, so what we need a reference of this text, so then we can change this value to 1, then 2, then and so on. So basically we need a reference of this text, and then we can link up this text with our current coin. Okay, so let's go to our player, and let's open up the player script by double clicking on it, and let's go to top of our class. So before you work with text, you need to include this namespace in the top. So go to top of your class and make sure you use this namespace. It's called using unity engine. Okay, unity engine dot ui, and close that off with semicolon. So we do know this text element is a UI element, so that's why we need to include this namespace in the top. We working with UI. Okay, so that's why. And now let's go to inside our player script, and let's make a public. Okay, public text field. Okay, text field, and let's call it something like coin text. Okay, coin text, and close that up with semicolon. Control S to save your code. And now let's move to unity. So we should able to see an empty field will appear underneath our player script, that will be coin text as we name it. So what we need to drag this coin text right there, so we will have the reference. As you can see, coin text, and it says none text, basically empty. So let's select this coin text and drag it right there. Now we have a reference of this coin text. Okay, this basically this text, now we can link up. So let's go to script. Okay, and let's go to update function. Okay, update function, and we do know update function runs every single frame, so that's why we just want to keep track. So firstly we're gonna go to coin text. Okay, coin text dot text, and we will set it equal to our current coin. Okay, current coin, and close that up with semicolon. So what we're doing basically, right over here we're going to coin text dot text. Right over here coin text dot text basically means we just moving over to this coin text, and then accessing that this text, and we setting this text equal to current coin. And we do know current coin we have in the start of the game 0, so the text right over here will be 0, basically this one. Okay, and once we collect this, once this current coin becomes one, so this one right over here becomes one, so this coin text dot text right over here will be one. Okay, and this is a integer value, and this is right over here is a string value. So what we need to convert this integer value to a string. In order to convert this, we just have to type dot to string. Okay, and make first bracket, control s to save your code. Now let's move to Unity and let's see this. I'm gonna duplicate this pirate coin or this coin multiple times to able to see if it's working or not. Okay, correctly. So I'm gonna select this pirate coin and F to focus on it. As you can see, we have our coin. Let's duplicate. So let's I'm gonna select this and go over to transform. Let's control D for duplicate, and let's drag it a little bit further away. One more time, I'm gonna press down control D to duplicate, and let's drag it. So we have three coins. So once we collect the first one, so this current coin will be one. Okay, so this one right over here becomes one, so the text right over here should be one because we directly setting, as you can see, coin text dot text equals to current coin. Okay, so let's hit this play button in the top, and we should able to see that change gonna happen right away. Okay, so let's see this. So once we collect the first one, as you can see, indeed 1 2, and the list just goes on. And sorry for the bug, we need to fix that. We're gonna fix it later. So as you can see, we have three coins, so the text right over here becomes three once we collected all of them. Okay, so I hope you get the idea how you can show that up in the UI. Okay, so I'm gonna unplay this now. And lastly, thanks for watching this video.